Okay, guys. Yeah, hello, welcome back. This is competition time, but first I want to give a little bit of a boast. Yep, I have stopped smoking cigarettes and gone on to the Huffy McJuffy nicotine supplier without all the other poisons in it. I'm weaning myself off this so I don't have an addiction. So it's nicotine and coffee is the worst for me. Working my way out of it so I'm less dependent on society, as it were. Unfortunately, being a smoker, yeah, or an ex-smoker, I don't have a lighter in my pocket anymore. So saw this in Lidl's, which is a utility burner. It's not actually a cigarette lighter, but I've always used stuff like this to light my cigarettes. Blue flame, actually that burns quite hot, so it's handy for little jobs, forming plastic or whatever. Yeah, and it's pocket size, yeah, plus it's gas refillable. Okay. So just another little thing from Lidl's. They pop up from time to time, don't they? It's cheap, yeah, and I'd expect it not to last very long, but it's there when I need it, okay? So anyway, yeah, what's the competition about today? Well, it's to win an MRE, yeah? I have three different flavours MRE. If you've never seen one of these MREs, then you should really Google it, being a prepper. These are brilliant. I survived for 4 months working for the Americans, eating exclusively this stuff, and survived quite well on it. Yeah, and they did actually give us permission to empty out a container full of MREs, which we did do. The fitters I worked for while we were working for them. Whilst living under the radar in my car in Germany in the winter, yeah, to save as much money as I possibly could before I scooted off back to the Ukraine with thousands of dollars in my bank account, yeah, which is actually quite nice to feel a little bit more comfortable with money behind me. Anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, so the competition is think of a new name for the YouTube channel I want to create. Yeah, so this is what I need to explain to you. All right. Now, I had a few emails from guys saying, yeah, your prepper stuff's a bit odd for the Trailer Fitters Toolbox. Plus, a little bit of advice from a YouTuber that I know, saying basically that I have conflicting videos or conflicting information on my channel, which could cause confusion to some guys and girls. Yeah. So the Trailer Fitter Toolbox, I want to keep with what I'm doing, which is UK trailer technician. That is my mainstay. Got quite a few people interested in that. But what I need to do is now take it onto another channel to diversify and do the prepper stuff as well, which I can then expand on. I can share my experiences, show you the stuff I know which are relevant to preppers and people who want to live minimally, okay, and cover the stuff that other preppers in the United Kingdom and the United States don't cover because they probably can't, because they're not mechanics. I've seen quite a few videos on bug out vehicles, and they're really nice to have winches and all that sort of thing, but at the end of the day, my mind is, as I've travelled to the Ukraine and back again, far distances in quite a rough country, hostile terrain, it's not worth having something that you've invested thousands and thousands of pounds in. It's more a case of having it reliable, okay? So my philosophy is basically, if it's going to break down, you burn it on the side of the road and then walk, yeah, which obviously has other implications as well, because you need to be healthy, don't you? So talk about that, plus relationships and also living in communities. I'd like to share some of my experiences from when I was younger, because I lived with a community of no-hopers. Well, in fact, they weren't. It was a mixed community in London of guys and girls that were from all over the planet, and it's quite amazing the dynamics that's involved when you move into a house with people like that for free, yeah, squatting, and having to build up from there, which is cleaning the house out, then preparing it, making sure everything works, and making sure the community is cohesive, and establishing a hierarchy within anarchists, because nobody's an anarchist, there always is a hierarchy. So I'd like to, you know, cover stuff like that as well, because I think that is more the case, especially in the UK, is that we will, if we have something that is not working too well, we will become more cohesive or with groups of people. the way things are going in society is becoming very, very tribal. So that's something to note, that you probably actually need to get yourself a tribe of reliable people around you, don't you? Yeah, but we'll talk about that. I'd like to talk about relationships and the red pill side of relationships, which is, yeah, more about the truth of how things are, the way relationships are, the way females and males really are, rather than the sugar-coated version, Hollywood sugar-coated version of, which is actually takes people to failure and depression and suicide quite often. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I'd like to lace that in with the channel as well. So there's a lot of stuff in this old brain of mine. I'm now 54 this year, and I've been through a hell of a lot. Could say I've lived a charmed life, and I've learned a hell of a lot. I've got an exceptional memory for events. Yes, I know some people say memory can fault. It can do, but when things are hyper, yeah, then it tends to fix in you. All right. Plus, I've done a study as well as why things are the way they are, because the internet is absolutely fantastic. This is a lot of stuff that preppers don't cover. They don't cover, basically, they cover the basic urgency of hoard, well, not hoard, but get your kit together so you're okay. But there's always a risk you're going to lose everything. And this I've been through as well, been made homeless twice. And yeah, you can lose stuff very quickly, which will leave you not knowing what to do if you're not prepared. Yeah, that's my prepper mindset. Okay, are you prepared when you've got nothing, and how can you live on your wits? All right. So yeah, it's not about buying equipment and buying all this and hoarding stuff, or prepping stuff and putting away for hard times, although I do that sort of thing. It's more about the other side of it, yeah, without having guns. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's it. You've got an idea what the channel is going to be about. Now I need a name. So comments below if you can think of something that might resonate with preppers and survivalists, but not living out in nature survivalists, but more urban survivaling with motor vehicles. Yeah, not van life either. There's plenty of channels out there for van life. Yeah, it's more a case of trying to put something in the name which is expressive about what I've just told you I want to do, okay? And it has to be quite short as well. Quite a hard task, yeah, but at least you can get fed if you get the right name, yeah? MREs are absolutely gorgeous, and they'll keep you going all day, yeah? Take them on camping, or stick it in your car for an emergency in the winter, maybe. Yeah, so anyway, I'll leave this on for 2 weeks, and then I'll announce the winner if somebody can come up with a good enough name, all right? It's important that we divide the two subject areas, and I put it in another area which I can then expand on. If one or the other channel gets taken down for one unknown reason or another, at least there's another one still there that I can use, okay? Because you know how this culture is on the internet, cancel culture. You say the wrong thing, you are burned at the stake, aren't you? Yeah, so I've got that in mind as well. We have to be not politically correct, just walk on eggshells. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. Be mindful about it, and I'm looking forward to see what names you can come up with. Be spontaneous if you like. If you have an idea that pops in your head, just clack it down there on the comments below this video, and you might be in with a chance of winning an MRE. Okay, now if there are a couple of good names, I might just add another prize in yet. All right, so anyway, thanks guys and girls for watching, and I hope to see some really good comments below. All right, so see you later. Take it easy.